If you're looking for a reliable, productive, and tasty pumpkin for your garden, Long Island cheese is a great choice. So today's video is going to be about this beautiful pumpkin that makes delicious pies and is a great addition to your garden. So here is the plant. They grow in vines. They're not a bush variety or anything, so they will go all over the place. I put these in just a couple of hills. I mounded up the dirt, planted like 5 or 6 seeds in each mound, and then just let them go. I didn't thin them or anything. So these are the pumpkins in, I think it was like late August or so. So they're a little more pale in color here than they will be when they're ripe. So just to kind of show you as they're growing, they'll start off round and green, and then they'll get kind of like this whitish color and start to become more oval in shape, and that's where they get their name. I guess they look like a wheel of cheese, you know, so Long Island cheese, and I guess they come from Long Island, so that's the Long Island part. But they're just a great pumpkin. They're about the best pie pumpkin you can get because they're very high sugar content. They're very dark orange when they're ripe. They have a great strong pumpkin flavor, so they're fantastic in any kind of recipe. Like, we make pumpkin pie out of them. We put them in oats for breakfast. You can do anything really with them that you would do with pumpkin. So fantastic. We'll make another video that shows how we process these. This one here, when we weighed it, it was over 20 pounds when we harvested it. Your typical pumpkin of this variety is going to be probably about 10 to 12 pounds-ish, maybe 10 to 15. So, you know, numerically in an area this size that we have like I said, I think like 6 to 8 actual plants, if you will. Probably get like 8 or 10 pumpkins, but, you know, if they average 10 to 15 pounds, that's 80 plus pounds of pumpkin at a minimum before you process it. So they're pretty darn productive. What I really like about them, you can see a little powdery mildew on these plants. We have terrible powdery mildew. Like, for whatever reason, we've had awful luck with any kind of melon, cucumber, but we have great luck with these. We've grown them multiple years. We always get a lot of harvest, and so they're a very reliable variety. So here's a way that I don't usually harvest them. I usually use loppers or my pruners, but I just want to show how tough these vines are. This is a very sharp serrated knife. It should go right through there, but check this out. You can see. That's quite the vine. So they will hang pretty well, but, you know, like, that's why I do recommend kind of giving them some support when they get really heavy, because this one here was, I think, over 20 pounds when we weighed the thing. So fantastic pumpkin though. So Long Island cheese, it's one, there's really no negatives that I can think of. I mean, you get large pumpkins, they're delicious in flavor, they store pretty well. When they start to get a little funky, you know, like this one on the left has these like kind of wet spots. I cut that open and processed it. It was totally fine. The flesh inside was, you would never know. So you can just, we'll make a video on how to process them, but just bake them off, and we just process them in the food processor and freeze them in vacuum seal bags, you know, and they'll last a year easily, and then you can just pull them out, use them in your recipes. So Long Island cheese is one I highly recommend. I don't think you would regret growing it.